Now, back to the Insiders with James Ham and Kyle Madsen, brought to you by Jiffy Lube on ESPN 1320.
Okay, Kristaps Porzingis. There, the tease is out.
You said it.
I think the Kings need to get Kristaps Porzingis. Not need. I shouldn't say need. Need is strong. They need a point guard. I think the Kings should go get Kristaps Porzingis.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
If the Celtics are looking to shed salary, and I understand the immediate knee-jerk reaction is he's hurt all the time. Why would you want Kristaps Porzingis on your basketball team? Well, let me tell you, folks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, folks. We have been saying that a player who suits up next to Domantas Sabonis, the ideal type of player would be a shot blocker who can stretch the floor.
Oh, yeah. He's all those things.
And that is what Kristaps Porzingis is. Contractually, he is a expiring he is an expiring $30.7 million contract. He's a perfect fit next to Domantas Sabonis.
That's lower than I thought. The money is lower than I thought.
It's just we talk about needing to, like, you got to take a little bit of a swing. You might miss.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would cost a ton to go get Kristaps Porzingis from an asset standpoint.
Probably the same exact offer that you gave them for Drew Holiday.
Salary filler and a first.
Yep. Maybe not even a first because he's an expiring contract.
Yep. Call it 2 seconds.
Okay.
Like whatever it is. I would go do that so fast. And if it doesn't work out and he plays 25 games, all right, he's an expiring whatever.
Yep.
But if he plays 65, 70 games, he's like the one of very few players who fits the shot blocker who hits threes prototype archetype of player that we say would be perfect next to Domantas Sabonis.
No, I agree with you in that, right? And I also, when I look at his contract, again, like I try to consider everything. It's how Kyle Kuzma went from being a player that I would never, ever trade for to a player that I might trade for because of his contract to a player that, again, I would never trade for. Porzingis is a guy that, like, again, the baggage, there's some baggage there that has trailed him throughout his career. And it's one of the things that are like, okay, I wouldn't like normally say, yeah, that's a great idea. But here we are, like, deep enough into his career. He doesn't play a lot of games. He played 42 games last year. But again, that's on a championship contending team that was going to win whether he was there or not. Sure. So I think they probably held him out of a few extra games. But the 57 games the year before, 65 the year before that, if you could get 65 games out of Porzingis, I would be intrigued, especially if it doesn't cost you Keegan Murray and you have a 3-man, front line of Porzingis, Sabonis, and Keegan. Okay. I would at least be intrigued.
Yeah.
But it's not the easiest fit. Maybe it would be. I don't know. He's a good defender. He's not a great defender, but a good defender.
He's at least a shot blocker.
Yeah, he is a shot blocker, and you're right. He does hit the three at he shot 41.2% from three last season. For his career, he's at 36.6. He's not a great rebounder, but that doesn't matter when you have Domas.
Right.
As long as they can play together, that would
and I
make
think
sense.
they can.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that's what it just, if you're going, hey, salary filler in a couple of seconds, you get an expiring contract and a guy who just might be a great fit next to Domas. And if you find yourself falling backwards into the playoffs, and great.
Yeah. I think the other thing that does is it so quickly turns you from what you are now, which is a small team, to a very big team. Yes. Because now if you have again, a 7'2" guy alongside a 6'11" guy, alongside a 6'8" guy. Now that's a big front line as opposed to where the Kings have been the last couple of years with a 6'8" guy next to a 6'10" guy, and let's throw in a 6'6" guy.
Right.
Like, just like size wise as a team, you're very limited. And there are teams that just have like very specific types of players that you can't defend.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
he's a matchup nightmare for sure.
I might be on board with this.
Come on, Kyle. Let's go. I'll take that. I'll take a might.
Okay.
No, and as with all things, this is not, hey, if they get Kristaps Porzingis, put him in the title contender convo. No, there has to be more.
Well, yeah, they
But
still need the point guard.
Right. You still need a point guard. Ideally, you'd get more switchable wing defenders in here. Another one or two of those. And there's only so much you can do in one off season.
Mm-hmm.
But this wouldn't be this is the move. It's just a move. Where if Boston is really going, hey, we're looking to shed some salary. We know we're not going to win much this year, so here we're trying to get rid of Kristaps, and you can do it for salary filler and a couple second round picks. I like the move as a piece of a larger offseason puzzle.
Yeah. What a sad state that all of a sudden the Boston Celtics are finding themselves in.
Brutal.
Where you were not just like walking into the season like a title contender, you were the odds-on favorite to repeat.
The favorite, yeah.
And now here you are. And, part of it's because of injury. And Jaylen Brown also had knee surgery already, like during the offseason. I think he'll be fine for training camp and everything. But, you're starting to look at this thing and go, okay, like, what's the longevity of it?
That's where all the stuff with is an OKC dynasty coming.
Yeah.
Man, maybe. I tried that with Denver. I learned my lesson with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Denver won that title in 23. It's like, man, they got prime Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon is one of the very best role players in the league in his role. Awesome defender. Christian Brown's coming up like, oh my God, they're just going to be awesome forever. And now they're not getting out of the second round.
Yeah.
It's and then Boston, you said it. They won the title, came back this year, and it's like, man, this might be Jason Tatum got so disrespected. They might win 70 games. They coasted, and then they get to the playoffs. They lose in the second round. Jason Tatum gets hurt, and now all of a sudden they're shipping out salary.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's just, things happen so quickly. So, yeah, if OKC stays healthy and continues trending this direction, yeah, they're going to be around a while.
Yeah.
But haven't had a repeat champion, like you said, in 7 years.
No.
2017, 2018.
I think it's a good thing.
It's hard to win a title, man.
No, I think so, too.
I think that idea got so warped by the Warriors and the Cavs during that stretch in the mid 2010s, mid to late 2010s.